Welcome to Warren 2009 Fantasy Football, the show.
We back.
Whew.
Back.
We have awoken from our forced bye-week slumber.
We
have Destiny is knocking.
Yes. For a lot of
It's up in the air. I don't think anyone is safe in the bottom four, honestly. I mean, just by the sheer nature of it, nobody's safe.
No, everybody has had up weeks. Everybody has down weeks. And there have been some of us that have had really down weeks. And I think that happened most of all for the bottom four of us here in the Sacco. So it really could just go any which way. It'll be very interesting to see what happens.
Yeah, I think how things shook out, I think that the top six, based on like points scored, it kind of filtered the way that it should have.
Yeah, I think so too, yeah.
It's unfortunate for us, but we'll get over it, maybe.
Okay.
Who knows?
Okay, this is how it goes. That's how it goes. Destiny was knocking last week for a couple of teams, and they did not make it. They did not answer that door of Destiny. So you guys no longer have anything left to do with fantasy football. You are actually done with the Warren 2009 Fantasy Football League.
Great season.
Great season. We'll just do a quick recap since there were only two games. You want to do the honors here, Louis?
Yeah. So pulling out a Monday night miracle, Lamar Jackson single-handedly winning it. I mean, Tucker did have that kick, but Robinson's and company taking down receivers only 134 to 131.
Wow.
Ooh, doggy.
Oh doggy indeed. Oh my goodness.
And then the battle of which Scott is the top Scott? The original Scott is the top Scott. 126 over Matt's Dirty Laundry?
Matt's
97.
Matt's Dirty Laundry will now be sitting in the corner for the rest of the offseason.
Yes, without his Chiefs flag, blazer, and glasses.
Without all the above, that's all sitting comfortably right here behind the snowflake wallpaper behind me.
Oh, you can see it. One little wave and it's there.
Just one little wave. But yeah, guys, it was a well thought season. Held your own like most of the season. Lijak, you surprised the shit out of us all season long. Well done, guys. Fortunately, this is where the road ends for you. So just sit back, relax, and watch the excitement. Before we get into the excitement, let's do a quick Pick'ems recap. Louis, we differed on one game last week. You won that differential game.
Ooh, I like where this is going. Okay.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Okay. All right. And then the other game we did not get right. We both had receivers only winning that game. So where credit is due, Robinson's and company, you're doing great, man. Your team is doing great. Great job. Great job. You're killing it.
Yeah, have fun this week.
Another
Monday Night Miracle.
On another Monday night, it's possible. Who's playing Monday night? Who knows? But that means the Pick'ems are at 37 out of 67 for myself. And you have 41 out of 67.
Ooh,
so
quite a barn burner.
It's quite the barn burner. I've been debating my strategy on this one, and I think I'm just going to differentiate all the games here and just go for the Hail Mary.
Oh my gosh.
We'll see what happens here.
If you can get it to within, what, 2? And there's a chance to tie?
Yeah, that's the only hope I have here is that I can give that opportunity.
Okay.
We'll see. But in the meantime, we're going to start the 1v1s a little early this week. The season's coming to a close. We
'Cause
got
that's all we got.
this is pretty much all we got. Like we're in the home stretch.
Yeah. This is a bit bittersweet, but
It's been fun. It's been fun. We actually got football this season when we didn't think we
yeah,
were. So
a full season. I was surprised by that. I thought for sure something would have been
yeah,
postponed, but
some games almost were entirely, but it kind of worked out. So this is good. So we'll jump right into the 1v1s. Do you have one that you want to start with here, Lou?
maybe let's get the bottom 2 out of the way first here. So let's start with my own 57.9 tune going up against me again.
You guys and your names. I love it. So 57.92, Lou. I see a lot of Q tags as soon as you open up your matchup here.
Yeah.
Are you worried about any of these questionable tags here?
I'm not worried about Eckler or Carson. I think Eckler is just hopefully back to just avenge my season.
Yeah.
And Chris Carson, I think he had a pretty good game last week. Yeah, 17.3 points going up against a tougher defense in Washington. But when you have 3 starting Seahawks go really well for 1 or 2, or maybe all 3, or really bad.
It's the variance is it's pretty crazy.
So we'll see. James Conner is the only one I'm up in the air about. He just really hasn't done much.
Yeah.
Since his little COVID stint, so we might be kicking him to the curb.
It's possible. Even last season, I had him on my squad and just was very underwhelming. I wish he was just doing better things. I just hope he was. I wish he was, but that's just how it goes sometimes. I think those questionable tags, the further ones, the latter ones, James Conner, that's a tough one. That's going to be, it might even be a game-time decision, or it'll just completely mess up his production. So, but I actually think that Eckler's going to be fine. Carson could have a great game. So you'll put up a good fight for sure. I'm me again, though. There are some matchups that are definitely in their favor. You got Jared Goff against the Jets, Sanders at Arizona with a new quarterback behind center. Chubb he's come back and he's just done great things. It's going to be a tough road ahead for you. They've got Pittsburgh's defense, even that is worth mentioning. But at the same time, you got San Francisco going against Dallas, so you could go one of 2 ways on that one. You guys will have the higher scoring game out of the bottom 2 games, in my opinion.
Yeah, we'll see. Whatever that means.
Whatever that means.
As long as it's more than 57.92, that's a win.
The standard, the bar has been set real low. Do you have that still as your team name, just as the reminder?
It's just a reminder. It's just a little chip on my shoulder that we go out and remember. It's not even the lowest points scored for any one team this year, but it was still mildly embarrassing. So we bear it.
Yeah, I know. I think I scored 53 points 1 week, so I gotcha. I understand completely. I think this week it's all or nothing, and I think they have suffered a very rough season, but I'm me again will win in this matchup.
I'm taking the opposite of you. I'm going to put a faith into my team, and I will it. I will it.
I will it.
Where there's a Wilson, there's a way. So
Yeah,
that's
ain't
all I'm
that
gonna say.
there is a Wilson. There sometimes is a way with Wilson. Sometimes. Best of luck, good sir. Best of luck. Uh,
Likewise to you. Let's get hunted down and kicking butt going.
yeah, might as well. I mean, Danny himself also has a lot of questionable tags out there, but
A lot
I
of
think
even on the bench. Although George Kittle, I think, is supposed to be returning.
he was eligible for return. Um, it'll be interesting to see if he plays this week. There's a lot of few tags that have popped up, but not really worrisome. Like Brown, AJ Brown, Elliott, I think will continue to play. He is playing in San Francisco, but Elliott is still a workhorse, so we'll see what happens on that one.
Hmm.
I don't know. My team fell apart this year from systems that have constantly changed, players that have been added to teams that were never there. Like Godwin's been terrible all season thanks to injuries and switching to Tom Brady as a quarterback and having Antonio Brown come in. Kamara with Taysom Hill coming in it just ruined things.
Hmm.
No, man. It's rough. It's been a rough season to the point where it's like this is the way I put it to a lot of people is that you guys at the bottom three, aside from myself at the bottom four here, you guys are down here, and I think it's because of injury. Like you guys got just injury after injury after injury, which was holding you guys back. My
Yeah.
team just sucks. There's no excuse. I got
Well,
nothing.
there's some of that. I mean, also, not like looking back on some of the trade offers I had, I don't think that I would have improved my team much, if at all,
Yeah.
from those. But I wasn't really aggressive enough in making moves, seeking trades, and stuff like that. So I didn't really do anything. I mean, I pretty much had the same team that I drafted, and that's where I kind of fell short. I felt too attached to some of my guys.
I mean, Jerry Judy's still on the team, and he hasn't been doing much. So yeah, I know what you mean. So I can see it. I can see it. Yeah, it's just overall, this is. I think this is going to be the lower scoring game out of the two Sacco games, and despite all the questionable tags, kicking buckers still kind of scare me.
Yeah, I do have to agree with you. I mean, it doesn't seem like there's any real concern for players not for those questionable tags not playing. Galladay, I think, is the only one.
Yeah, I think
Probably.
Galladay he might have to find another flex, but even then, like that's not a uh, terrible feat ahead of him. So I hate to do it, but I'm going to give Danny the vote here. I
Think
just
I
don't.
have to agree.
I had faith in my team at one point this season, and then I'm just like, you know what, dude? Just here, have your win, because I get it now. My team just sucks.
Yeah, because outside of his two running backs, he's got a lot of plus.
Yeah, he's got a lot of plus matchups. I have some plus matchups, but my players have been underwhelming most of the season, given external circumstances. So it's just how it goes, and I'm just going to go ahead, accept it. I've already told you I think we're going to be the two ending up in
We
the
did all this work.
all this work week in and week out, but we still don't know what we're doing. So good stuff.
Great. That's fucking great.
It's fucking great. All right, we'll go ahead and jump over to the championship bracket. Gaskin for a friend and the original Scott. We got a Cinderella story on our hands here unfolding.
We sure do. And Yahoo has him as the favorite
Yeah, yeah,
going
that's
into this.
It speaks volumes. I mean, Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry.
Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry gets a date with the worst run defense in the entire league. And there's plus matchups on the other side of the ball here, like for Gaskin for a friend.
Mm-hmm.
And Derrick Henry's still going to cut whatever these guys do down to a minimum. It's
This one is kind of a tough one to go on because Wayne Gallman's looked great since coming in.
Gaskin. They've got J.K. Dobbins as the flex, and I actually like it. He's been doing very good. He's got great progression throughout the back half of the season here in that backfield. Antonio Gibson is a tough one. It's tough to see that man potentially riding the bench in the playoffs because
Another week, yeah.
He did a lot to get them, Gaskin there. And Gaskin himself is still on the COVID list. So this is tough. I actually last week when we got together and talked, I had mentioned how I think it's going to be Matt going to the big dance here in the finals with my quarter pounder with cheese. But I actually, with the injuries that have occurred here, I think I might be changing my tune here.
Yeah, I'm going with the hottest team right now, and that is the original Scott. I'm gonna pick them to win this one for sure.
Yeah, I think
they just caught that flame.
They caught the flame, and I think they're going to the big dance. I agree. I'm not differentiating too much as much as I had originally thought. But yeah, original Scott, you got 3 of the strongest wide receivers out there, and then some. Like, it's just crazy. Although, let's just go ahead and mention it one more time, Gaskin. You turned your entire season around. You were in the cage just a few months ago, so good job. Good job, man. It's always nice to have that kind of turnaround.
Must be nice.
Must be nice. Louis is like, I can't remember what it's like to be in the playoffs.
It's been a while, and I'm gonna freak out. I'm not gonna be able to act like I've been there before whenever I get there again.
There you go,
All
guys.
right.
Those are the 1v1s right there. We're going to go ahead and take a break from the matchups. We're going to bring on the ever so wise and gambling master, Scott Dale. Talk a little bit about making a little bit of extra money.
Karen?
Woo! Hey!
Karen?
Hey boys, love the backgrounds.
Hey,
You guys
hey, Greg White.
Yeah, right back at you, Greg White.
Yeah, that's my new sponsor. Jack got me motivated. Went out and got 2 sponsors last week. First one's a loan shark, in case anyone needs help with their gambling debts.
Perfect.
And the second one, if I know how to change a background. Let's see how I do this.
Greg White.
Right
Greg
click?
White, great insurance agent. Help get me out of a few jams up in Reno.
Oh.
And the second one should be up now.
We got it. We don't see it. Your head's in the right where the label's at. Oh, squirrel peanut butter.
Peanut butter whiskey.
That looks like a dead squirrel.
So I had to not only get a squirrel, but a shark as well.
Dang, 2 animals, 2 different
environments.
Whoa.
Exactly.
Switching it up on us. I love it. The sponsorships, just keep them coming, guys. Thank you very much. All right, so you wanted to switch things up this week, my man.
Yeah, I mean, another rough week of just getting beat on these team bets. Still not as bad as anyone that bet the Browns at +3 because they took that safety at the end. It cost a lot of people some money. So
Man.
that was not a good one.
Yeah, that's rough. That's super rough.
Yep. But let's start off with odds to make the 2020 NFL playoffs.
All right.
So obviously you can still bet the Chiefs to make the playoffs. Casino doesn't have to take it, but the odds are minus $1,100. So you got to bet $1,100 to win $100.
$100.
Yeah.
There's
So nothing big there, but filtering out the teams that are obviously playoff contenders and in, or more or less in.
Yeah.
You got the Cardinals at plus 275 to make the playoffs.
Oh, okay. What's the record right now? Wait a minute.
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna pull up the standings here.
Want to pull
Yeah,
up?
probably good to pull up the standings because I do not have that open in front of me. I have a fun Excel sheet if you guys wanted. Could always share the screen, but that's complicated.
Yeah, this should work. I just wanted to jump into the standings really quick.
Yeah, and remember, there's 7 teams that make the playoffs this year, or 8 teams per conference.
Okay. Oh, so Arizona. Oh, you said plus 250?
Plus 275, so bet 100, win 275.
Oh, that's actually okay. All right.
The NFC
next-
sucks.
Yeah, I'll give the Bears are at plus 163. So the betting actions, the Bears are about $100 lower in odds to make the playoffs.
Yeah,
If it was me betting, I'd put that Cardinals bet before a Bears bet.
I would say so. They're already a game ahead of us, so yeah, I would probably do that though.
Yeah, you could get the Lions at plus 340.
Oh my goodness, no. I don't trust the Lions.
Now this is where it could get fun for people on the NFC side, the NFC East,
Okay.
because it's such a bottleneck right now. You got
Yep.
the Redskins at plus 460 to make the playoffs.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I think you mean Washington football team. Okay.
Oh my God. How could
It's,
you bet
I
that?
guess it is 2020. Let me
God,
rephrase
I can't
that.
believe how racist you are. God.
Yeah, hopefully YouTube doesn't pull this one down now.
What'd they
We're
say,
ruined.
Redskins?
So you got the Washington football team at plus 460. I think they're a half game back of the Eagles, who are minus 225.
Oh man.
You got the Giants at plus 285 to make the playoffs.
No.
Such a
And the
bottom.
Cowboys are minus 182 to make the playoffs. I mean, that could be fun if you're willing to bet the Giants or Redskins, more than double up your bet.
You mean football team? You mean football team, right?
Do you-
Yeah,
I might get that right by the end of the night. We'll see.
We'll see. God, what a bad division. I can't handle it. It really is anybody's game.
If it was me getting $4.50 for every dollar bet on the Redskins, you got to
Yeah.
throw a 10 spot on that.
I think, yeah. Plus, they're not a terrible team. So yeah,
No.
yeah,
That's the only play I could see there.
yeah.
See if any of the AFC stands out. The Raiders you could get at plus 238 to make the playoffs,
Ooh,
which is very, very tempting.
ooh, wow. I didn't even realize how much better the AFC was as a whole than the NFC this year. Oh my God. Okay, yeah, I could probably see the Raiders. May not be a bet that I would place, but tempting, very tempting.
Very tempting. At those odds,
Yeah.
it's tempting. Yeah, so I mean, there's some action out there if you want to bet who still can make the playoff. Diving actually into the playoffs, you got your AFC champion, which I think we can all guess who who the odds-on favorites are.
Jets.
Yeah.
What?
The Jets.
The question I have for you guys is, who do you think second?
Second.
Yeah, second
Oh,
best
man.
odds to win the AFC.
Probably the Billies.
I would probably go Pittsburgh.
Good call, Louis. The Bills were second at plus
Nice.
600. Steelers are third at plus
I
700.
thought I was thinking Steelers, but
They've had a
Yeah.
pretty easy schedule.
that's what I kind of fell back on, and I was like,
Yeah. Ravens
Okay.
round out the fourth spot with a
Okay.
plus 850. Their odds, like, they were sitting at 12 or 1300 last week, depending on where you were looking at. So that win against the Browns the other night really helped them.
Gotcha.
And my long shot team, if I was going to bet on a long shot, would be the Titans at plus 1500.
That's a good
So,
long shot team to have.
yeah. Playoffs, game slows down. Henry can run the ball, which is
True.
why I think Ranecki's going to move on this week, but I'll leave that to the experts when you guys talk later.
I think that's what we decided.
We
I
actually,
decided.
yeah, since you're going to be joining us, we did the other 3 games ahead of us, this segment here, and we all agreed that was going to be Rannick moving forward, mainly
Yeah.
because of Derrick Henry.
Yeah, exactly. And that's why at 15-1 to for them to win the AFC. I mean, if there's a team that can slow down the Chiefs, it's them.
It is, yeah.
NFC wise, number 1, 2, and 3 teams are all within 150 points of each other.
Yeah.
Get the Packers at plus 250, Saints at plus 300, the Rams at plus 400.
Fair, yeah.
To round out the 5, you got the Seahawks at plus 550 and then the Bucks at plus 600. After that, it really drops off. Cardinals are plus 3,000. So
Oh yeah.
the NFC picture is not as clear cut as the AFC is what the bettors are saying.
Yeah. I mean, the NFC East alone is already causing people a headache.
Yeah.
But,
It's funny, the NFC East team that has the best NFC championship odds are the Redskins, but they had the worst odds to make the playoffs.
that doesn't make sense.
So it doesn't add up there, which is why I go back. I think you got to bet the Redskins to make the playoffs.
That's fair. Okay. I like that.
Yeah, out of those top 5, did you guys have a team that you think can actually pull away in the NFC?
Not really. Like,
I've actually really been digging on the Packers this year. I think Aaron Rodgers is on a ridiculous pace. What did I read? He's like the only currently, I don't know, he has like 39 or 49 touchdowns and only like 4 interceptions. And I guess there's only ever been 2 other times in history when a quarterback has thrown for more than 40 touchdowns and fewer than 8 interceptions. And it was Aaron Rodgers both times.
Oh man,
so he's
it's a good
having
stat
himself
there.
a really hot season again. I'm sure the one of the other 2 times is when they won the Super Bowl too.
Yeah. He is number 2 in fantasy points this year. I saw that this week while just doing some looking at the roster. He's number 2, which
He's
is
got Robert Tonyan. I mean,
yeah.
how can you beat that guy?
The nice thing with these NFC championship odds are, depending on who you bet, if you say you have a $100 budget, right?
Mhm.
You put 50 on the Packers, and then another 50 on, let's say, the Buccaneers, you're going to win money regardless
Okay.
because of the way it pays out.
Okay.
So try and get it before the Packers fall to 200-1 or lower, because then at that point you can't double up if you're going to bet the Packers to win the NFC.
Okay.
But at 250 to 1, you'll get that half of your bet if they make it.
Okay. Yeah, outside of those five in the NFC, I really don't even have any other team in my mind that competes. You
No.
know, it's looking over it like over and over. No.
The only team I think that could, and it's because they resemble the Titans in some fashion, is if the Vikings can sneak in. With Delvin Cook, Kirk Cousins is
Gotcha.
playing pretty good.
Yeah. Yeah. That might be the only other. Yeah, because Atlanta, no. I don't
No,
even think
Arizona
Arizona.
could if they strike lightning, if they get a
Yeah.
favorable matchup
Yeah.
and kind of an easy route through and get some help. But I would say Cardinals and Vikings if you really want long shots. And Vikings are 10,000 to 1. So you bet
Oh
100
man, that
bucks, you
payout.
10,000 bucks. It's tempting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Another Minnesota Miracle?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Sweet deal.
So that's the AFC and NFC championships. We'll save the Super Bowl for next time. Coaching odds. So I found out there's a website right now of the next coach to be fired.
Oh,
Next coach to
is
be.
it Gase?
It's got to be Gase. There's
Gase
no.
is number 1 at plus 150.
Nagy?
There's 7 coaches on this list. Nagy is number 2 at plus 7, or not number 2, but he's number 5 at plus
Anthony
750.
Anthony Lynn?
Yep, number 2 at plus 175.
Okay.
Um,
From here, it gets a little.
Falcons head coach?
No, he's already been fired, so they're on
Oh,
there
yeah.
already.
He was
I'd
always
say
a
the guy in
surefire
the
pick.
4th spot is undeserving. Um,
Is undeserving. Oh.
he should not be on this list because he took a critical injury to his team.
Who's that?
Hmm.
Zach Taylor of the Bengals.
Oh.
Yeah. That's.
Are they going to bring back in that? Who was the coach right before him?
Oh, Marvin Lewis.
Yeah, they're going to bring back Marv.
They might. They might. Number 3
Oh.
was Doug Marrone with the Jaguars.
Okay, yeah, that was a consideration for
And
me.
this is where the odds really jump up because he's plus 600.
Yeah.
Oh my
Okay.
God.
And then you got Doug Peterson with the Eagles at the 6th spot at plus 900. And the last one is Mike Zimmer with the Vikings at plus 2,000.
Really? Okay.
So this could get very interesting because I could see if the Bears or Vikings or Eagles all miss the playoffs, that like Sunday in the locker room, those coaches being fired.
Boom, boom, boom.
And
Yeah.
the Jets, Chargers, Jaguars could all wait till Black Monday. So
Yeah.
it could be very interesting if you keep seeing these teams trending out of the playoffs to maybe jump on them, hoping that you strike some lightning at those odds.
Yeah, I could see that.
And then my favorite one I found this week because I've heard some rumblings.
Ooh.
Jim Harbaugh,
Yeah?
that coach at that school up north.
Michigan?
Rumors that he's going to get a contract extension with that school.
Oh,
There's
cool.
rumors that he's trying to get back to the NFL. And then there's rumors that he might just take a year off to spend time with the family. And lo and behold, you can bet on all 3.
Oh my God.
You gotta
That's
love
a hard
Vegas.
hardball bet right there if I ever heard one.
Yeah. So right now the odds
Oh my
favorite
God,
is
yeah.
him to take a year off at plus 160. To return back to that school up north is plus 175. And then to either jump to the NFL or another team is plus 225.
Okay. Take a
So
year
just
off.
that's a fun one to look at betting.
I love that. I love
yeah.
that.
I don't think he takes a year off. I mean,
I don't see it.
I think he goes, gets an extension. I think he gets an extension. I don't think he was happy with the NFL. I don't think he tries to come back.
The only way I could see him jumping to the NFL is if a team tells him we're going to move on from our coach next year. and that's where he takes the year off so he can kind of start formulating a plan back to the NFL. It's the only way I see that scenario taking place.
Okay. Would you like him in place of Nagy or no?
At this point,
Yeah, I was going to say at this point, I think any of the three of us could do a little better than Nagy.
Probably. Oh, so rough. So rough.
We'll finish up with this. There's no odds out yet on these, but
Okay.
intrigued to get your guys' thoughts. So
Yeah.
I pulled the top 50 pending free agents for 2021, like
Okay.
this coming off season. I filtered down to only offensive players that have been on a fantasy team this year,
Okay.
or have had like a 30 or 40% roster rate or higher.
Okay.
Cam Newton, does he return to the Patriots?
God, no.
No.
That's-
No.
That's if I was betting these, I'm betting no for him.
Right.
Dak Prescott, does he return to the Cowboys?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say yeah.
Yeah. It may only be a 1-year extension, kind of like what happened with Cousins in Washington. So that'll be a fun one to watch. The next one, I think, is going to be a pretty easy answer. Jameis Winston back to the Saints.
No.
He lost that to Hill.
It's over.
No more W's.
No.
Only
Next
on the
up,
Washington football team.
I told you I won't get it by the end of the night.
Got a giant W for him to eat.
Yeah.
I can see the beams right now.
Fourth quarterback is Mr. Phillip Rivers. Does he come back to the Colts?
I like it.
I think he does.
I think he's earned it.
Yeah. If I was a betting man, he would be my number 2 pick to return to his team. The other 3, I would say no. Because the third one is Mr. Fitzmagic coming back to the Dolphins.
I've sort of lost touch with the Dolphins this year. Has Tua been the starter? Like, has he been?
The last 3 weeks he has been.
Basically, whenever he's healthy, Tua's been in there since like week 7 or 6.
I mean, the odds are in favor for the Magic Man to not be on the same team he's played for.
Exactly. I actually, if I could bet what team he's going to, I'd bet the Patriots.
Oh man, that would be a good place. He would probably end it after the Patriots. I think that's.
I think so too. He'd kind of take a 2-year mentorship role as Belichick develops whoever he wants for the next until he retires.
I think that's pretty much my take. Is that's going to be what he's looking for. I think he might sign on again with Miami and just be comfortable with his backup role.
It's warm down there.
Yeah, that's the only thing. I think he's probably done. He showed us that he had it still in him. It was just up to organization.
Yeah.
But he's nearing the end of his career, so I think he probably does resign.
I like that. Well, once one of those odds come out, I'll let you guys know so you can see what Vegas is thinking.
Sure.
Next up is the coveted running back position. Most of the free agents this year have re-signed extensions, but there's one player who was drafted in our first round who is a free agent this year, and he's one Mr. Aaron Jones of the Green Bay Packers.
I don't know his personality.
They did just draft a running back in the second round this past year.
And the way he's being treated right now, it doesn't seem like they want to give him the workhorse load. I don't think he resigns then.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I think they'll want to clear up that cap space for.
I was going to say, I don't know what kind of cap space that they're working with because he's going to go where the money's at, and he's probably not going to be as good.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the thought, yeah.
He's going to Le'Veon Bell the shit out of it.
Yeah. no
Yes, he
kidding.
is. And then Danny's going to select him in the 5th round, 6th round because he's going to be like a second stringer and he's just going to have a great year.
Probably. Yeah. As long as he doesn't get hurt. Yeah.
Yeah. Tight ends. There's
Yeah.
Ooh, thank you.
two tight ends that are free agents this year.
Thank
Hunter Henry with the Chargers. Obviously, a lot of injuries have plagued him.
Yes.
You think they roll the dice with the 1-year contract or let him walk?
I don't think they have anybody else.
That's a good one. That's a really good one. I think they let him walk and try to find something in the offseason. I think that might be the case. He's been too
It-
injury prone for him.
It wouldn't shock me if they let him walk and they're going to have an early draft pick and they take Kyle Pitts out of Florida, who's being compared to like Zach Ertz and the guy in the 49ers, Kittle.
The Skittle.
Oh wow. How bad are they? Oh wow, they're pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 'cause
Okay.
my boy Austin decided to
Get injured.
break a knee or something. I don't know.
Or something like that. Yeah. I can see.
It's because Tyrod Taylor's not starting.
That's what it is.
Who's that doctor? The lung
Yeah.
injector.
He's not starting because Jack drafted him. That's just how it is.
Exactly. The second tight end is Jonnu Smith of the Tennessee Titans, who has had some boom and bust weeks, but I think he resigns.
Yeah, they're going to give him another round. I don't know what the contract, how many years it'll be, but he'll be back. There's no doubt.
I don't know enough to make an opinion on that one.
Yeah. Fair enough. Fair enough. And then we got 7 wide receivers that are either number 1s or 1Bs on their respective teams right now. So I would expect movement from most of them. One of them is our hometown guy, Allen Robinson, the second.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
All signs say he's gone.
Yeah.
Who,
We don't
who
want him to go.
Who wants to be?
Yeah, we don't want him to go, but we totally understand that he wants to get out of here.
Exactly. Chris Godwin with the Buccaneers is a free agent this year. I think with their plethora of receivers and Antonio Brown there now, he could be on the way out.
He could be. That's an option.
Is he going to chase the money? Because I could see a team like the Jets or even the Patriots offer him a bigger contract because all these teams are going to have salary cap issues with COVID-related lost incomes this year.
Yeah,
So it's going to be tough for some of these guys to sign mega deals where they might just sign 1 years.
I could see him going to the Patriots. I think he'd be a great Patriot.
Yeah, him and Fitzmagic.
That's what I was like picturing, and I was like,
man,
And
that
honestly,
could work.
I could see Aaron Jones joining them.
yeah, that would be crazy. Holy hell. All 3 of those guys?
Yeah, and they have the
then
cap space to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they could trade Damian, get rid of James White, or is he going to retire ever?
Yeah.
Yeah. They could definitely make some moves, open up some cap space even more so.
Yeah. Third receiver, up and comer, Corey Davis of the Titans.
Mm.
I think he stays.
Yeah, it's possible. He seems like the
I don't think he's got much leverage to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
He's a good slot.
Yeah.
I just don't know. With cap space, it's going to be interesting, these receiver divas that usually request money.
Yeah, do you love your hometown or your hometown team, I suppose, or do you want the money? That's what it comes down to. He might be a diva. He might get out of there.
Well, if he's not, this next guy is Juju Smith-Schuster.
He's out of there. I think he's out.
Yeah. I agree, unless the Steelers get him on a cheaper 1-year deal to kind of like prove yourself and potentially try and work on a trade.
Yeah, I could see him getting out of there pretty fast too.
Moving down to Houston, you got Will Fuller, the fifth.
Okay, I think he stays. I
God.
think he stays.
If
And
he does,
yeah,
who does Watson have?
nobody. No, not even.
Because Watson's gone. No, I'm kidding. He just
Yeah.
signed a big ass deal.
Yeah, what?
Yeah.
They, you know,
God.
I'm getting the updates on Watson, and they're telling him that they want him part of like the next head coach selection. They want to like form things around Watson, but if Fuller leaves, he has absolutely nobody, and I don't know how they would fill in that spot
Yeah,
that fast.
I agree. I think that's they're gonna have to overpay to keep him.
Yeah, I think so. He knows it too. He
Yeah,
knows it.
exactly. His agent's just sitting there licking his chops.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, a pair of Lions. Both Marvin Jones Jr. and Kenny Galladay are both free agents this year.
Wow.
And Matt Stafford has got to be close to that 40 number, 41 number.
Yeah. Man, that is a tough one. I think the duo gets split up. I just don't know which way.
I think Kenny. Damn.
Yeah.
Kenny probably
Yeah.
goes. No? I don't know. Do you want to keep Marvin Jones?
And I think I would keep Galladay.
They might be able to get a cheap price based on his injury-prone status. It's been
Yeah.
like a couple years, so they might be able to work a deal out to keep Galladay. I think that would be their number one attempt, is to keep Galladay. But like I said, I don't know which one
I
they
don't
would
think
keep.
I don't think both are there in the fall.
No, I think they get split up. I just don't know how it happens.
Yeah. It'll be fun to watch where those players go. I mean, that's 7 wide receivers that can start on anyone's team. You got
that
Aaron
changed
Jones
the
who
whole
can start
team.
on anyone's team, and then Hunter Henry, when healthy, that can start. I mean, you're talking about 10 players that
Yeah,
could switch teams that could have a significant impact on draft status.
yeah.
It's true.
It'll be interesting to see how they handle the offseason. I mean, last offseason it was kind of crazy how many players switched
Yeah.
just last year. So I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. It'll shake up the league once again, and I like it. Shit.
Yes, it will. I'll give
All right.
one quick teaser before we transition out of this.
You
On
got
the
it.
Super Bowl odds, my long shot.
Yeah.
Dolphins at plus 15,000.
Oh man.
You
Wait,
proved they just proved that they caused Mahomes trouble. I know they
Yeah.
lost the game, but they did cause him trouble. And they're playing pretty well still.
They're still playing great. I'm still surprised that they ever took Fitz out, but it seems to still be doing okay for them.
Yeah.
I like the long shot odds on Miami.
Oh, on the Dolphins. Okay, I see what you're saying now.
Yeah. So I mean, if you bet $100, you win 15 grand. I mean, if you got $10 lying around, throw it down and you win $1,500. It's not a.
Yeah.
I think we all have $10. I would hope to
at
make
least throw.
a bet like that.
You're saying $10 on the Dolphins to win the AFC, and you get 1,500
To win the Super Bowl.
Oh,
win
the Super Bowl. I was like,
To
Who the
win the
fuck-
AFC, if you made a $100 bet, you'd win $6,000.
Whew, that's still damn good.
Yeah, that is. I mean, it's tempting.
Yeah,
$10
but
bet, 600, and then if they win the Super Bowl, it's 2,100 on 20
Job.
bucks.
right? Like that would be sweet. Ah, yes, Louis.
But
the
they don't
gears
call them
are.
long shots for a reason.
Yeah, the gears are turning. I could see it in your head right now.
I'm considering it because it's just $10.
Louis like, I got
Exactly.
$20, man. Like that's fine.
Instead of the case of beer this week, let's just put it there, and I can buy
Right.
beer for a year then.
There you go.
Spoken like
Go.
a true gambler.
Exactly. Hell yeah. I like the long shot on that. They do look good enough where it could possibly happen.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome. Well, thanks,
But
man.
anytime. Next week we'll do NFL MVP and Super Bowl full odds. Really break them down.
Yeah.
Oh, I like it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sounds good, man. Thanks. Oh, we liked a little bit of a shakeup there. It was really nice.
Yeah.
Gotta
Gotta keep it fresh. Can't
keep
be
it
losing
full
money
of
anymore for you
fresh.
guys.
change it with the
Them
times
squirrels
here.
fresh.
Yeah.
Yes, the squirrels.
See, my sponsors cover my losses, but that doesn't help Danny and some of these other guys betting this year.
Well, they missed out. Sucks to be them. Dale, we're gonna go ahead and keep you on. It seems coincidental. You mentioned it last week, and now you have the honor of being part of the most important game of the week.
Well, I'm just gonna put it on the record. If I lose, I'm blaming you two. I'm 12-1. A lot better than being 0-0.
We got him, Lou. It happened.
If you lose, I'll cover your $10 Miami bet. Okay.
Sold.
That's a gentleman right there. Gentleman that's Scott.
I mean, the odds are not in my favor to beat the same team 3 times in 1 year.
I mean, it's possible. It's possible. You did have the highest score during the bye weeks.
I saw that. I peaked a week early.
I mean, your team has been consistent, though. That's the thing. Like,
That's
your
true.
team continues to be consistent. It's impressive. I mean, 12-1. Damn, dude. But welcome to the game of the week for the first time in 2020.
Glad to be here. Wish it was under different circumstances.
I mean, it was just some of these teams that are left right now in these matchups, it just seems so one-sided. And after seeing what Robbie's team did last week, it seems like this is a really good potential for a solid game here.
Yeah. Except for Robbie's going to win, so it doesn't matter.
Here we go with this again. I mean, it's true, but still.
You just missed it, Robbie. But I told these guys you can't beat the same team 3 times in 1 year. It's a curse.
Yeah,
It's a
I like that thinking.
It's actually pretty true. I don't think I've ever done it. I feel like Matt has spoiled that for me on multiple occasions in the playoffs. back when I used to make the playoffs.
That must have been a while ago for you.
I was there a few times.
This did happen. It exists somewhere in some history books.
That was back when Aaron Rodgers was my straight up keeper. And I would do the Giovanni Bernard, Michael Crabtree combo.
Oh, that seemed really good several years ago. Yeah.
Brought me back to 2012.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, pretty much.
Robbie, thanks for joining us, man.
Yeah,
thanks
of
for
course.
joining
Thanks
us.
for having me.
Oh, there you go. We're all getting festive and squirrely over here.
Steampunk Christmas over there.
Yeah, I guess, man. I don't know. It was the first option on my list.
There you go. That's
Pretty
super
complex.
steampunk, man. Well, guys, welcome to the game of the week for the week 15. 1 week away from the big dance here. You guys have a very exciting matchup. I mean, you guys have some of the best wide receiver core, some of the best running back cores out. I mean, Cam Akers, you just picked him up off a whim a couple weeks ago. I know it was just off a whim, and you were just hoping for some big performance down the road. Your team was already solid as it was, Dale. You didn't need him.
And now I get him against the Jets. Couldn't have asked for a better situation.
Yeah.
So yeah. So there's that. You got a revenge matchup here for players on both sides. I mean, Josh Jacobs and Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah. Jacobs might not be in my starting lineup come Sunday. And by Sunday, I mean Thursday.
And by Sunday, you mean tomorrow.
Make that decision soon.
Yeah, he'll decide very soon.
Yes.
I mean, I think
both
this.
have some moving parts, so.
was gonna say I think the same could be said about with Terry McLaurin too.
Yeah, what a bum.
What a bum! I mean, from right here, these bottom three
Yeah, but he's
players.
got the Seahawks.
Yeah,
These
yeah,
three right here.
my man.
Jonathan Taylor, Rob Gronkowski, Terry McLaurin. These all used to be on Dale's team too.
They were.
At one point in time.
Just taking my sloppy seconds, I guess.
I'm thinking about a name change too. Can I take that one? Thinking
Sloppy
make Gronk
seconds?
again.
Dale sloppy
Trade
seconds,
again.
I approve of that.
Ooh, I like that.
Dale's sloppy seconds.
That's fine. That's fine.
You were looking to just straight up plagiarize with make America Gronk again.
Yes, I was.
Oh, yeah.
No, can't happen.
Now I'm good with what I got. I know. I think this is out of everything. It's going to be the best game of the year, fantasy wise.
Watch it just not even pan out to be over
Oh, man.
120 total.
I see my team kind of laying a dud and putting up like the infamous like 48 points this week and being the low score.
For your
I mean, I
first
would
time
love
all
that.
year.
I would love that,
Yeah.
but I don't see it happening. I built my team for this week. The Jonathan Taylor trade was this week, and he's finally coming around. Haven't seen so much green in my life.
Fair enough. I never planned on playing more, to be honest. He was a little surprised a couple of times I did play him, but now he's on the COVID bench for coach's decision.
Yeah.
I had much bigger plans with Josh Jacobs, and he's been disappointing the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Because that's why I made the trade, was for this moment to have Cook Jacobs in my backfield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely had that. You were in the right spot to do it. Everyone was trying to get Jacobs at that point too.
I think even we discussed it, and we were thinking that Jacobs was the better option long term as well, like down the stretch. Several weeks ago, that's what we felt. So we're equally surprised, but this just makes this matchup even better.
Yeah.
Like,
I'll just say this. I'm happy I'm not playing Rannicky. I'd rather be playing you
Oh, thanks.
or O'Connor, but I don't want to be playing Rannicky this week.
I mean, that's fine. I outscored them both, or outscored them both last week. So.
So did I.
What a
Yeah.
miracle.
True. But I think everyone's a little too scared of Rannicky's team. I've said this before.
Yeah.
I know Derek Yeti's on there, but
Well,
if nobody else can put up points.
We were saying that Derek Henry himself will just get about 50 points.
Yeah.
So yeah, I could see why.
Yeah, that leaves him at 100 points for his team then.
That was plan A for me, for the record. I sent Rannicky a Taylor, Swift, Cooper, and Evans for Henry and Thomas.
Yeah, we talked about how he refuses to budge on anything.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure like I've joined in 14. I don't think I've seen Rannicky make a single trade.
Yeah, that's why I make 5 a year to make up for it.
Yeah.
Lack of production.
There you go. You're a good
I average about one a year. I don't think I made one this year. I don't know. That's why I'm in the bottom.
Man. Yeah, I feel like you should have.
I mean, it doesn't always work out. I can tell you that right now. These trades, you might accidentally give away Rojo when he actually becomes good.
Did well for you last week.
Yeah, he did. He did great for me last week. That's why I still ended up with less than 100 points. Yeah.
I honestly think, and Josh, you heard me completely bouncing my head against a wall on Monday night.
Yeah.
In the worst way possible. I think this week's going to be even worse than that. I have all my players will be done after noon. I don't have any 3 o'clock or later games.
So you're playing the waiting game.
Yes, I mean I have a team that has games at 12 o'clock game.
That's the leader in the clubhouse game.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
No playoff hole here.
I was so excited. I like when I went to bed Monday night. I was like, yes, I'm playing Chet. This is going to be an easy win. I woke up the next morning and was like, nope, not good. I
was tilting hard. It was so bad. I had Danny texting me. I was on a call with Josh. Chet was texting me. It was nonsense. That game was so good though.
Yeah.
So much fun.
I think I was on PlayStation chat with Robbie when that happened. When the play happened.
Yeah, and he ruined it for me. You son of a bitch.
Yeah, I ruined it for him because my Gamecast was a little bit faster than your stream.
Yeah,
But
it was pretty-
but yeah, you were so excited, and I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
I mean, I got school to pay for. There's some
For a
pride
guy-
and then there's some money.
Yeah, I mean, for a guy who was pretty much going to be out for the rest of the game, and at least that's what we all thought.
Just don't eat before the game, man. You won't have to shit.
Yeah,
That's pretty much what it is.
I guess the only thing I have here, because Dale, your team has been perfect, damn near perfect all season long, 12-1, and you've bounced around with some injuries, but you got some of the strongest receivers in the game, some of the strongest running backs. Robbie, same can be said for you, but you've been dealing with injuries on and off, which you've been filling in here and there. I see Keenan Allen left last game. Is he a concern for you this week?
No.
No.
He'll play through it. And this is the thing. Even last week he left. He got me a decent amount of points. I'm banking at double digits, 15 plus from him, and then I don't even think he'll be top 5 scorer on my team.
Damn. Okay. Keenan Allen, you don't think he'll be top 5 scorer?
Yeah. What happened was Justin Herbert was really, really good, and then Austin Eckler came back, and now Justin Herbert sucks.
Yeah.
Bullshit,
Yep.
man. I don't get it. I don't get how throwing the ball 30 yards for a first down is not as good as throwing it 5 yards for not a first down. So he's dropped a little bit, so I'm not concerned. I feel like he'll run his routes, he'll get his targets. Hopefully a touchdown will be all right.
All right. That's fair.
We gonna be all right.
Exactly.
No, be all right. Dale, again, you're only dealing with one COVID case.
Yeah, fuck you, man.
And you said you weren't even going to play him anyways.
Really quick, we've come a long way considering like that very first COVID test. It was like 4 of my guys that were involved in that game. The very first time COVID came up, and put me into a tight spot. So yeah, I know it was only a 1 week kind of blimp compared to everyone else.
True.
But it started with me, and now it's going to probably end with me too. Like tomorrow, there's going to be a report of 4 guys having COVID.
The whole league.
Just everybody on Scott Dale's team. Yeah, they all just went into COVID. I don't know what to tell you.
That'd be rough.
That would be rough. As it stands right now, though, it'll be a very good game. Very close game. Louis, do you have a favorite that you want to go ahead and mention here? Or winning this game?
Yeah, I got a favorite. Now, when I make this pick, I'm worried of the ramifications.
What kind of ramifications?
You're talking about
So-
the pepper ramifications or our
No.
No, he just doesn't want to be accused of ruining a perfect season.
I picked Chet last week to win, and Robbie gets this miraculous win. So if by picking
Pretty
Dale,
miraculous, my man. It was set
does
up.
Robbie then get another miraculous win?
I think you're giving
Or is it
yourself
all
too much
just
credit.
like in my head that there is no such thing as luck?
Correct. It's fantasy football. I don't do anything with these players.
We tweet
You don't
them.
give them pep talks? I do.
We tweet them all the time.
They already blocked me on Twitter.
Yeah.
I was
So you gotta get them
getting
on the
real
gram.
angry there.
Get them on the gram with some DMs. You're good.
Okay, true.
Yeah, I'm picking Dale.
Louis gonna pick Dale.
Only because I'm like 4 ahead in this pick'ems thing. So
I gotta close the gap in my pick'ems.
Oh,
So
thanks.
I'm gonna go opposite.
that's the
although-
reason you're getting the
That's the
pick.
reason. Yeah, whatever. I remember
okay,
this
so
exact
let me,
conversation last week.
let me go with this here. Is that I personally am a little bit nervous about Keenan Allen. I know he practiced yesterday. I think he would be your top 5 scorers. I think he would be. So I think he's a vital piece of your offense. If he doesn't play, that would be a problem. Or if he doesn't play 100%, doesn't
Sounds
get
like
involved,
a habanero bet.
that would be a problem. Otherwise, I think your team actually – this is going to be a great game. I think your team has a chance to take down a giant. But I got to pick you solely for the pick'ems because I think I would pick Dale.
That's fine. It's fine. Your facial hair is stupid, so.
Oh, yeah.
I like it, Josh. It looks
Oh,
good.
thanks, Dale. Yeah, I appreciate it.
Don't let him bully you. Get out of here.
I think it comes down to 4 players this week.
Ooh,
That's
okay.
currently in the starting lineups. For my side, obviously DK Metcalf. He's had a couple big boom games, and if he goes off for a 40-50 spot, I think it's pretty much over at that point. But if he has one of his 8-point games, I'm in trouble.
Yeah, it's a tough matchup, too. They've been playing real well on defense.
Yeah, so I guess, Dale, you are rooting for my team as well then.
Yeah, and then I would say my other one is obviously Josh Jacobs, pending that he starts. But I said in my current starting lineup.
Yep.
Robbie, from your side, I think Jonathan Taylor, against Houston, he could go off for 25-30, but he also could get stuck in that rotation and have a bad game. And then I really think you need who was it? Allen Robinson to have a game.
Yeah. Yeah, he didn't really show up that well last time against Minnesota.
No,
With 7
he didn't.
points.
Yeah, and Delvin Cook didn't show up against the Bears, which has me a little nervous as well, and almost contemplating playing Swift there.
Yeah, I don't think you can jump
Well,
off.
I moved Cook down to the flex.
To the flex.
Just to let him flex.
I think even the last time, wasn't it that was Thielen also had got all the looks through the air, too, over Jefferson the last time they played Chicago.
Jefferson had – what the heck is
Did
it?
he?
Jefferson had
He's
21
still-
points.
He's still putting
Did
up points. He might.
Oh,
My-
yeah, he did. Okay.
Yeah, my big hope is, obviously it was the Texans last week, but the Bears played lights out on defense. You
Yeah.
keep that going, that's my hope, but you don't plan for that, so.
No.
You don't plan for that either, yeah. It's especially with somebody like Dalvin Cook. I know he got eaten up the last time he played Chicago, but even so, 13 points is not bad. So
It's not going to kill you.
Yeah. It'd be something
good.
to watch for sure. You guys have confidence in your own teams.
I've already said my thoughts. I'm double cursed.
He's not cursed.
I'm gonna say what I always do, and I'll win. So that's what I think.
Wait, hold on. Robbie, have you ever lost a game of the week this year?
No, I'm not.
I'm triple cursed.
Dude, they cancel each other out somehow.
Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. We're gonna tie now. It's gonna be
Bippity-boppity-boop.
fucking garbage.
We have a tie. I'm pretty sure the tiebreaker is better standing.
I think it's a better team name.
I am going to propose next year that if you have a 1 seed or a 2 seed or the 3 or the 4, you should get some sort of home field advantage of plus 5 points out of the gate. There's got to be some incentive for being at the top.
You
Yeah,
don't have to play a week like
Yeah.
the other bottom 4.
I would have rather played last week. 166 would have knocked anyone out.
Yeah, you'd be in the same position you were in. But what if you scored your 48?
I'd be playing. I don't
Me.
know. I'd be playing. Yeah, Louis.
57.92, baby.
Yeah.
And
I'd be
for a
guaranteed
9-point victory.
Man. No, it's gonna be good. It's just weird. No Monday nights. It's just gonna be a weird one. No Sunday nights.
We got some Saturday football though, which is
Yeah.
going to get
Yeah, I
shattered
saw
by
that.
college
Yeah.
football.
That threw me for a loop.
That's going to be a little bit bizarre.
Well, the next couple of weeks, man, we got Christmas football next week. It's gonna be all over the place.
We
Yeah,
do have a
it's
Monday
early.
night, don't we?
Yeah, we do, but we don't.
Oh, but we don't.
Yeah, we don't.
Yeah.
As of yet, that could change.
It could.
It could happen.
Like you were saying,
Yeah.
it could happen.
Let's say our teams can't change it, but
no.
Oh no, I can. I could always do an ad drop.
yeah,
Kirk's looking pretty expendable right now.
Yeah.
Hey, send him my way.
So
I
is
don't even know
Herbert. So
I
is
don't even know
Cooper.
who's
So is
playing.
Evans.
who's the Monday night game anyway?
All right, real quick, guys. I just need to get your thoughts on my $50 buy for T.Y. Hilton.
Oh, I already bitched about it today.
Loved
But-
it. Loved it.
Yeah. I already said I hope. Who are you starting him over?
Jerry Jeudy, C.D.
Yeah.
Lamb.
I hope they both go for 40 points.
Why, were you bidding on him?
I was, but it's not the bidding, it's the $50 bid for you not to be in a cage. Now I hope you're in the cage. I was hoping Danny, but
I just knew that
Oh no,
it doesn't matter after this week. It doesn't matter.
man.
We
I mean,
all
if
want
you're
to see Danny. We all want to see Danny. I need you guys to be rooting for.
It wasn't a bad bid though, because Danny went 35 at him,
Yeah.
and Eric
Yeah.
went 29. Like it's not
God,
bad
bottom
when you
three
put it.
teams, man. Jeez.
Yeah. Danny would have gotten him for $35. So
I saw Danny had the most fab, and I was like, man, maybe he's gonna split
He
it up
should've
or
put a
something. So I gotta
$90
go all in on this guy. I still have $1 fab though, so I'm happy about that.
Perfect.
Great. I'm going to bid $2 on everyone I want to pick up now.
Perfect. Anyone you're bidding on, I'm just gonna go at 3 because I think I am now the fab leader.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
Hey, you can't use it. You got to lose it, I guess, right?
Saving it for
Don't
next
roll
week.
over. Wouldn't that be interesting? Holy shit.
The hell?
That would
Is the
be.
announcement?
That would be interesting. Just have it all roll over every year. God.
Yeah, I needed him.
Yeah, I think a lot of us needed him.
Now I just hope that Raheem Mostert hurts himself even more.
I toyed with picking him up,
Yeah.
putting in a waiver for him, just because I figured someone was gonna go after him. But at the same time, I didn't want to drop anyone and let
Yeah, you
someone
wouldn't
pick
have.
up more of my
I doubt-
sloppy seconds.
Hey, they're working out. I don't think a trade makes them seconds, Josh Jacobs and TJ Moore, but
Yeah.
Yeah,
but
yours
like,
are the most sloppy, Dale.
Oh man, this will be a great week. I really don't think anybody else's matchup that holds a candle to your guys here. You're gonna have a great time. Damn.
says you,
Great
man. I'm
success.
gonna be
Says
shaking.
me. Dude, I'm gonna probably my game's gonna end up being 80 to 73, and that's probably what's gonna happen.
Mine's
You gotta
gonna
have
be
some
like
confidence in your team, man.
140 to like 110. I'll probably put up 110.
As has been tradition for 2020, yes.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Wow.
it'd be great. But either way, one of you guys is gonna head down to the final dance there, and it will not be Danny. So yeah, let's be happy about that.
Win's a win.
Wins a win.
That's all that
So,
matters, right?
That's it. Guys, thanks for joining us. We
Of
appreciate it.
course. Always a pleasure.
Absolutely. And thank you for the squirrels, the loan shark.
Yeah, this is some Squirrels whiskey. It's my new sponsor, Robbie.
Oh,
Just-
nice. I like it.
Yeah.
Much better than the actual squirrels.
Yeah,
Yes.
I gave him a call the other day and was like, I'm on this great television program where we have a content
Television.
segment and everything.
Yeah, we're on PBS.
I was like, it's an hour long. Sometimes we get a special and get an hour and a half. So plenty of viewership.
Perfect.
They were all over it.
It worked out well, man.
They had no idea.
No, I may have skewed the information a little bit, but that's okay.
Added a couple zeros onto their views each week.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get 1,500 views a week.
I'm sure they had every idea what you were talking about. So
Yeah, exactly.
I sent them to a different YouTube link and was like, this is me. And they're like, all right, we got you.
I love
All
it.
right.
Like a Taylor
Smart.
Swift album.
It had like 1.5 million views. They're like, yeah, we're all over that.
Yeah, that's it.
Perfect. Excellent. Thank you, Squirrel.
Highly disappointed this week. They will.
They will be. They will be.
Yeah, sponsor for 1 week. Thank
No
you.
return on investment.
Exactly. They signed a deal through the end of the year.
Perfect.
Wow.
Perfect. But so yeah.
Well
Even
done.
when fantasy football is over, we'll still be making these videos.
Exactly.
Just eating peanuts and drinking whiskey. So
Yeah, maybe.
Exactly. We're all little nuts and we all need some alcohol, so it goes
Damn
together
straight.
like peanuts and
nuts
whiskey.
There you
Peanuts
go.
and whiskey.
My
I love it.
peanuts and whiskey.
Okay. Squirrel.
There's that country song. What is it?
Yeah, you just did it.
No.
It's those exact lyrics.
Robbie promises you.
Sunshine and whiskey. There it is.
Yeah.
No, that's the alternate version.
That's the PG version.
That's the pop version for the radio. not
Yeah,
the-
that's it. That's the radio
Kids
edit.
bop.
Kids
Ugh.
bop. Oh god. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Best of luck.
Thank you. See you boys
Hopefully-
next week.
May Lady Luck suck your dick.
Yeah, always. Adios.
All right. Peace. May Lady Luck suck your dick. Well, that's a new one for me. I like it. All right. Well, Lou, talking about ties again, this thought did cross my mind that maybe all of us at the bottom should bench all of our players. Nobody could lose the Sacco if we all tie. Full on collusion again, and it's all totally legit.
It would go to Danny. Get him on.
Stop! Don't tell him that.
Oh, that would be so funny.
We could have got him. We could have roped him in on this. Oh man, Lou, always a pleasure. We got one more week left after this one.
Wow.
Fantasy football flew by. It's
You said flu.
flew. Hashtag 2020. It's been a lot of fun, man. We got week 15 ahead of us. Best of luck to you and your matchup.
Yes, you as well, man. I hope to see you, not all the way down the mountain.
Yeah, same here. We would like to stay at the top of the mountain here, or at least halfway up the mountain.
Yeah, one step from the bottom is like we'll get a first row seats to the Sacco. Hopefully, that's all it is.
Hopefully, that's all it is. We'll keep our fingers crossed.
After losing so many times, I think I just deserve one. Just one win,
One.
man.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see what happens. Best of luck to all of you out there this week. I was going to say, Chet, Lyjack, get drunk. Do whatever you got to do. Have fun.
Valiant effort.
Valiant effort. Well done. Both Louie and I wish we were in your shoes.
Oh, totally.
Totally. All right, well, that'll conclude the Week 15 predictions. Enjoy yourselves, stay safe, and as always, Go Sports.
Go Sports.